So, and now, being now in the independent scene, is there one particular place that you'd like to wrestle that you haven't wrestled? We see a lot of, in general, everyone. Japan seems to be the place to go, and then they come back and they're just brand spanking new. They're just new gimmick, new moves, new everything.
You know, yeah, I've actually never been to Japan to wrestle or to visit, so that's actually something on my bucket list to go to Japan. To actually just go to Asia, because I really want to go to Korea, but that's just like more of a personal thing. I was supposed to go and wrestle in China, but that's when COVID hit. So that kind of killed it, because obviously they're like, there's something going on here, we're not sure what it is. We'll definitely bring you back in. So yeah, this is all over. It'd be really, really cool to go wrestle in Japan. Again, maybe MK Wrestling in China will be able to. Maybe we can figure it out and try it again. But yeah, no, there's a lot of places. That's actually, you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. Yeah, because I feel like for the most part, I've dabbled in almost every company here, at least for once or something, you know what I mean? Trying to think if there's any place I haven't wrestled.
Australia is another hotbed too. I've seen there's some companies out there in Australia that have some promotions.
Where?
Bring Australia.
Oh yeah, I've never been there either. So hey, world traveler, have a passport, we'll travel.
You've been in the NXT, you've been in the AEW, and at the time you were there pretty much at the beginning of AEW.
Yep.
I don't like to compare, but how is the locker room on both of the promotions, or any promotions in general, right? How are they? Because we hear about this chatter on the internet and that. How is it overall?
I feel like any job, you're going to have people nervous about their spot. They're going to be nervous about things, but stressed out. But for the most part, they weren't really. One was more like, oh, one was so much better than the other. There was moments where one might have been like, okay, right now AEW is just so much fun, you know. But then the other times it was like, oh my god, you know, doing NXT and doing this is so much fun. So they're both great. Again, and it's always a constant cycle of, you know, crew, talent, coaches. That's just how entertainment is. Like, same thing when you're working in a dance show at a theater or a theme park. You know, there's sometimes where it gets really catty and it gets really stressful, and then other times it's your family. And I think that's what it is. It's a family. Sometimes you get along with your family and you're having the best time. But other times you kind of snip at each other. So it's family. And that's 100% what wrestling is overall, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, you know, like, well, I don't know, I haven't been to New Japan, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure across the board, whether it's on an independent level or to the highest of the highs, you have to be a family. And then sometimes people don't get that either. So, but for the most part, it's family. Like, you might yell at someone, but then immediately you're like hugging and you're fine again. You know, I mean, I try to get along with everyone. I feel like this life's too short. So I'm one of those. Life is so nice. I get that a lot.
With these Comic Cons, especially for wrestlers, you get to meet maybe some folks that you haven't. For example, today, you're seeing Ryan Long right next to a Hall of Famer, Devon Dudley.
Yeah, well, you know, how cool he's one of my two dads.
Isn't that crazy? How cool it is that maybe you haven't seen him in such a long time and you get to catch up in this time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm fortunate that he and I keep running into each other at conventions. So for those who don't know, Devon is one of my trainers. I trained with Devon and Bubba at Team 3D Academy. I was actually one of the first class. I was the first class.
Look at that. One of the first graduates.
So yeah, I'm one of I call them my two dads all the time. I don't know if you guys get that reference, TV show. But yeah, no, it's really cool to see him. I actually just saw in Raleigh, GalaxyCon, I ran into Arn. I miss him. I was like, oh my god, Arn! Because I used to see him all the time at AEW, you know, so it's really cool to see, like, people we haven't seen in a minute. So, same thing with Orange Cassidy. I think that might have been the same con where it's like, oh shit, I used to, like, we used to hang out all the time when we were together. So I was like, oh my God. So I had to like show him pictures of my cat because I loosely named my cat after him. It's Stray Orange Cassidy. So he's an orange cat, had to do that. So he thought it was awesome. But it's great to like see old friends. And then you also make friends. Like you go to a convention, and one of the wildest things in my life is like I can call Dana Snyder a friend, you know, the voice of, you know, Master Shape, you know, who I used to watch, you know, in my younger years at Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you know. Like, granted, he and I are on the same con all the time, but it's one of those, or like Brian O'Halloran from Clerks, you know, like something I grew up watching and just was so in awe of, and, you know, like, oh, hold on, let me give them a call, you know, it's the coolest thing.
For fans, where can they follow you? Where can they keep up with all the stuff that you're up to?
Yeah, you follow me. I'm pretty easy to find on social media. Wrestling Leva on everything. So IG Wrestling Leva, one word. I do have a link tree. I think the link tree is connected to everything. So if you're on Twitter, Wrestling Leva on Twitter. But if you'll be like a link. There's a website, levabates.com. It also has all of my links on it. I have Discord. I have Twitch. Wrestling Leva on Twitch. I mean, it's pretty, I make it easy for everyone. If you need to find whatever social media it is, just find one of those, levabates.com. You'll find everything from there. So, thank you.